Pistol round underway. Let's have some fun with this. It is P8 XDX with the utility. We've got a jump spotter. That is Icon. It's going to fall back to empty pillar. Actually reposition back toward the back of the site with teammate support and get right. Get right the position, get right the player. I'm sure they'd love to have get right on the team. It's an early 2 for 2. The normal round thus far, and Jorvo just gets one more headshot before Greggy is able to trade. And unfortunately, for the CT side, Ben will go down as well. It's all down to Van Streek to clutch this 1 versus 2. I'm not sure if there's a kit on the floor close by or at all, so he's going to have to do this pretty quickly, I think. So we managed to tap down Greggy really nicely. I think he's diving into market to probably pick up that kit. Very clearly that was some communication coming in there saying kit and market, but wasn't allowed to leap in there at all. It's a good headshot by WNTK. Some of these names are going to be a bit difficult, but we'll power through. Fast A control for MABOY. And Pink Grill's already got himself all the way in toward jungle. And getting control of that position of the map is always very difficult to retake if you're a CT player. Even with Glock trying to do more damage at the end there. Buki will finally take him down, but P8 is way forward in CT. They're all over EVOLUPE SYNTH. Harash in this round. It will be a comfortable second. Buki is going to try and save the MP9. Trying the van jump. Not always easy to connect first time. Now he's a bit worried that he could be getting converged upon, and he'd be absolutely right. It's available to take him out. No savers for the CT side. Bit of a deco for EVOLUPE SYNTH. See you guys in Twitch chat, by the way. That guy by the name of Icon. Get the impression that might be the Icon that might be in the game right now. EVOLUPE has a sick in-game leader, he says. He's not sure his name. Maybe someone called Icon? We'll see. That is a dirty nade. Awkward that they get caught with grenades drawn and quick switching. Happens to the best of us, though. Don't you worry. It's a good call for EVOLUPE SYNTH in this round. Some good damage here. Unfortunately for Icon, if he goes through the smoke, he will be a dead man.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh, the flash is mistimed. That's awkward. Icon needs a quick trade, and he will get that quick trade. And to be fair, for what was an eco, they'll be quite content with the amount of damage they did in that round. And the gunman can come out. It's Van Streek who is the AWPer for this team. Going for a glass cannon AWP, actually, in this first gun round. A little bit of leftover cash to buy a smoke and a flash, but no Kevlar. So he's going to be a little bit squishy. P8 looking to scour from the jungle position. So far, I think it's quite obvious that a lot of these players kind of know what they want to do and have a role within the team. And these are, of course, kind of just like your bog standard level 10 players, and that is exactly what you want to see from players at this level, right? You want to see them kind of knowing what job they have to do at any given moment in any given round, in a default. You can understand if you're on CT and say, okay, well, I'll take B, I'll take A, I'll take Con. If you're on T, those roles can sometimes shift around a little bit. And it's a great start to the gun rounds for EVOLUPE Synth. Van Streek with that glass cannon AWP has got 2 kills. It leaves Greggy in P8 with a lot to do. Icon will get 1, not 2, but it shouldn't matter. That's a great shot from P8. And that's very awkward for Yorvo. He thinks the bomber's probably going to get planted and thinks it's probably a free kill, but gets caught jumping out. So an annoying one for the CT side, and an annoying one for Yorvo. I'd be thinking to himself, that's a gun I probably shouldn't have left, or lost, I should say. Fresh resmoking toward window, and they've got that control underneath with that Tech 9. Of course, the damage that's been done for in the previous rounds from EVOLUPE Synth actually means that the buy for MABOY isn't perfect. How many MABOYs are there? If I say it like that, it sounds like I'm calling every single player MABOY. MABOY. Van Streek very worried about the possibility of that flank from Murder Hole. I don't think they really know too much about what's going on at the moment in this particular round. You know they're all over mid, but they're worried they could have taken window control and maybe flanking all around. Now Jorvo's got a lot on his plate. Flash support from Van Streek, which is very helpful, and an opening pick as well. But they do check Van properly, probably because they saw that flash come through and thinking maybe it's for a teammate. A little bit of deducing there from the T side. And Icon, I think, knows as a player close right, but jumping in and clearing it is often very difficult. Done really well with that, though, and now has to be a really good clutch for the AWP. And he's managed to get 2 kills. He sees where Bender's in the smoke as well. Could be a chance at a clutch. And there we go. WNTK. I wish I knew how to say your name perfectly. But you've just got a highlight on a main ESL broadcast. How about that? One of the 2,200 ELO players. 2,300 nearest makes no difference. Only 20 ELO away. 1 win from that 2,300 threshold. That's the highest ELO I ever reached. I dare say some of these players will probably get higher than that in their lives. Someone looking a lot better than I would look, that's for sure. At least on no prac. I appreciate the little pause as well. I'm sure there was lots of hype in the team speak after that clutch. It was really beautifully played as well. Didn't miss a single shot. Even on low HP on the last one as well. After getting dinked down low. Pink Grills going to tap away in mid. Pretty awkward with the Galil when you've got headshot angle to work with. Managed to go 1 for 1 though. It's a good dig from Ben. I don't know if I should be saying Benj or Ben.
Bomb has been planted.
Greggy needs to be wary of that smoke fading and perhaps keeps himself in the open for a little bit too long. Didn't need to overextend there, considering it still would be a 2v2 if he did go down, and that's the reality we're in right now. No kit for Icon or Yorvo. That should be communicated between Vale and WNTK. Shot missed, though. There's no time to win the round, however, so all that EVOLUPE could... at least I don't think there's time to win the round. Surely not. Yeah, way, way too far. So they've managed to get away with the AWP. Fair play to Icon for doing that. And they'll, honestly, for what was an eco, be pretty delighted with killing all 5 players, on MABOY. And a free AWP from the round as well. There was not really much hope in winning it when you didn't have a defuse kit. But why would you have a kit on a round like that? Uh-oh. Pressure! Great reaction from Van Streek. And Incendiary has actually kept them at bay a little while longer as well. And they're trying to go through the smoke on him, maybe thinking he's fallen back a little bit further, but not the case. Van Streek is having a fantastic round here. And even the switch to the AK is super smart. But you don't feel like you don't even see top pros really do that too much. There's an AK available to be taken when it makes more sense to use a rifle over a sniper. Whether that's a scout or an AWP. Don't necessarily see them switch to it every single time. But he did there. And it nets him a 3rd kill. Greggy needs to try and find a way to get down silently, and I don't think that's possible from those bricks. He's cleared by Jorvo, actually, but now Greggy is the last one remaining. 40 seconds to try and make something special happen. But not able to connect with Ben. 96 damage done, I believe. That's a classic 96 in 4, I think, on the spray there with the AK. Pretty even stats across the board for everyone as well. No one really lagging behind. Everyone's fragging well, especially on MABOY. Very even across the board. I saw some people in chat say that. I do wonder if these players playing on stream today do get a little bit extra nervous knowing they're on the main ESL broadcast. 740 eyes on their game right now. Probably 739 more than there would be before. On a channel with 6.6 million followers. Not bad. Wonder if WNTK was shaking a little bit after his clutch. I would be. Buki will get one with the AK. They're not checking Ben under. It's all a little bit scary, considering the air on air swift a little bit, but it's okay. He had plenty of teammate support. Don't panic. No panicking here. . And EVOLUPE have actually done a good job of breaking down that T-money. Now they have a reward of an eco. Always very dangerous for the all too pushed up aggressive like that, though. I think maybe if they knew the state of the economy, maybe they wouldn't make that push. And suddenly the M4 has been picked up. Yorp can't be retrieved. And Jorvo's done well to keep P8 at bay. Maybe trying to pick that up. That's a great check from Benji as well. One will go down on A. But it's an after plant with 3 unarmoured players, a Glock, a Deagle and a Tech 9. Can they really make something impossible happen here? All 3 kits available for EVOLUPE. A little bit of a weird position in the connector. That is only the Glock. Icon should be able to react to that one. And there we go. Now it's very difficult for the Deagle. Has to hit a banger, won't be allowed to. And Pink Grills with the Tech 9 will expose himself at the worst possible time. To be fair, it wasn't the worst possible time. It was the only possible time he could to try and make the round win a reality. It was always a very low chance. Decent round for MABOY, everything considered. To break open the smoke with the peeking connector as well. Buki managed to get one, and Pink Grills is backing up in con. Landstreak will take that every day of the week. Reggie with an important trade. Icon looks very eager to look for more information in mid, as apparently the in-game leader of this team. I'd expect that of him. Jorvo manages to catch 1, looking for 2. Great reaction. A double kill from jungle. And P8 is left in a position where they know where he is. Forced to back away loudly back toward ramp as well, which is annoying. Benji still under. A resmoke of Palace in case he's gone all the way back round. I guess they don't know he's walked back out. That's something that P8 can consider. But there are eyes on this position. There's probably no way out. However, that's a great headshot. Bomb is in the open. They need to make sure they pick together, and they will pick together. Jorvo is in the right position. And he gets his 3rd kill of the round. Get back to a positive KD. Icon is fragging and leading up a storm apparently right now. Pink Grills stuck in under. Top con smoke, but Buki's got a gap around it. WNTK with a nice 1D, and almost actually getting an angle on the van player as well. Information at least for MABOY. Icon will be annoyed that he got dropped so soon there. Now Benji's got some information. 2 players in con. Those shots not connecting either, even though they actually look pretty on point. And Greggy will be able to deal with Van Streek in the end as well. Benji's gone down in the end. And they know that Bookie is on ramp. Gotta worry about stairs and worry about the headshot angle close. Being pressured now by Vale. If only there was a flash to push him off that angle, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Jorvo's gone down and Vale's won his last duel with the Deagle. That is a huge round to win with the low investment. Both of them are going to have all the money in the world for the final round of the half, but it's one that EVOLUPE will not want to look back on. If I'm saying this right, Icon, I just found his Twitter. I believe he's from London, just like me. He's also a caster, just like me. I do remember this guy. I've seen him around. Good dude. If you're watching this back, Icon, shout out. You've also just got the opening kill, or the second kill of the round. And you've got a second too. Good timing, mate. (13-6) in this half for the caster come in-game leader. We're about to even ourselves up at 6-6 on the half here. I think that's any less than what EVOLUPE deserve. It's a lovely double headshot from Benji to end it off as well. Great half. Very even between these two. Both of them won their low investment rounds. Both of them won some important gun rounds. There's definitely a clutch or two there. Love the amount of utility on show here for the T side. 4 flashes. That does kind of indicate it's probably going to be some kind of a B play eventually. Unfortunately for the T side, they've actually been found out on what their plan is pretty early by the aggression from the CT side. So they might just have to hit their shots full stop, rather than actually get a good strat to open up a bomb site with some early CT rotations. Kind of all over the map right now. I kind of appreciate what they've done with this one. They've got the opening pick in mid. They showed presence toward A with a jungle and a stairs smoke. There's only one toward B, so I guess they've got what they wanted. And they've still got Icon's 2 flashes available. There's the information. I don't think P8's going to be long for this world, if I'm honest with you. Flashes are excellent. Van Streek gets the entry, and it's a well thought out pistol. And they just need to convert it. Don't need to overpick too much. Be careful. And there we go. Vale has a smoke and a kit, and I wish that would have maybe worked out for something insane, but Van Streek will not allow it. T-pistol for the T side. EVOLUPE SYNTH. I appreciate also the full eco decision here for MABOY. I feel like in the majority of the meta right now, it's very forced by meta. But, yeah, if you're a long way behind, I would say probably force to try and get back into the game somehow. But when it's a 6-all half, no worries. Just take it around, take a deep breath and go again. See you guys in chat asking if there are any more games. I've just typed to you, but, you know, I'll tell you anyway. There are 2 more beer ones coming up after this. One of them will be in the entry league, which is slightly higher elo players than Open10, which is what we're watching right now. A site cleared out, so they figured out that there's quite a lot of presence over toward B. I'm looking to try and keep this Mac 10 and 5.7. I'll be very curious if they actually keep that Mac 10 and use it in the gun round. Some, I feel like, players would be fine with doing that. Purely because it gives them a little bit of extra cash for the future of the half. There's an argument, of course, that just pushing for some money to try and get a kill with it, and then buying up the M4 anyway is also a better option. We'll see if he keeps it. So I was saying, if they're a long way behind, you'd probably drop it and get the M4 straight away, but maybe he uses it here, and he's already brought up full utility in a kit, so that's fair. When you've got like a relatively rough opening gun round, when it comes to what you've got available for purchase, as we can see here, they're prioritising the SMGs for the utility and the 2 defuse kits. So, definitely a way to go about it. Oh, close. On the smoke spam. Jorvo just about reacts. It's a huge kill to take, actually. Very blind top mid is Van Streek. And the recovery from Vale is really nice. I haven't said Vale's name too much in this game, but that's a big double kill. Regains a 4v2. And Greggy's got the bomb. Benji trying to find a way to grab that is going to be pretty difficult, especially with Pink Grills now pushed up with the Mac 10 in TV room. And there's a double peek. Really well timed there from MABOY to do that together. Buki will manage to get one more, but he's got information. Getting out of there is going to be tough. Can't connect on the spray toward Vale. It's Vale with the triple kill. And that buy does work out for the CT side. MABOY are set. Proper execute being set up here by the T side. We've got a full B play coming in. There are two defenders here pretty quickly, and they look like the rotations will very much be on point as well. It's going to be very hard to break through if you're the T attack, but you know what? They're doing a good job. The MAC-10 and the AK has got into play. Jorvo is set up, has got 2 with the AK. Low HP should go down. Oh my word, has gone down. And not saved by Van Streek. Very awkward for Van Streek as well. 2 separate angles to worry about, but he's been able to figure it out. Well played, Van Streek. Good with the up, good with the rifle. Liking what I've seen overall from him. That was a tough situation. Pretty manic as well. Managed to isolate those fights nicely. The opening, and yeah, there was no way out there for Vale. This is the somewhat half investment here for MABOY. It's a bit of a strange one. We've kind of got a buy on 3 players and 2 players not really fully investing. And that's a shadow that's just been seen, I think. Buki. He's behind you. Greggy's got away. Might be able to win this duel in mid, but no, just looks the wrong place at the wrong time. That's unfortunate. Good work from Jorvo. Pink grills with the deagle. And unfortunately dead. Jorvo will manage to get a double kill. Double digits as well for the T side. Got a little bit of a pause, so hopefully not too long before we're back underway again. Look at the fragging across the board there for EVOLUPE SYNTH. Very good, very consistent. I like the point out there. Pink Grills has got a fully pink badge from Season 2. Pretty based, I would say. I bet he did that on purpose. I'm sure he did. I know some people purposely got like a rank of like the highest blue rank possible, so their badge was fully blue. Don't actually care about being a good rank. And under a bit of pressure here. Multiple players on his screen. Gets away with 1. Good information though, and off the back of that they will actually move off the back of that info. Getting toward A pretty quickly. There'll be grenades drawn. A nice swing from Buki. Good smoke spam and good damage. Hang on, WNTK has got 1 through the smoke with the AK and has burnt 2 other players out of the round. How has that happened then? Fire is hot, boys. And he'll manage to get himself a full ace off the back of it. He's had... Can I just say... He's got 12 kills, he's had an ace, and he's had a 1v3. If there was ever impact kills, here's the definition of that. And that's a really frustrating one for Icon's lads, because they were well on track to get their first foot forward in this game. And now it looks like we could have a bit of a game on our hands. WNTK with another pick. Looks like once again it'll be a bit of A pressure coming through. Goes for the classic bench pick though, and will get caught. It's a great headshot from Benji. Greggy does have a nade to break this smoke, but I'm not sure if he'll be offered up any frags. This would be a really important bounce back for the T side, knowing what's gone before in that previous round. A re-incendiary firebox to make doubly sure there's no one in there, but they are playing this one a little bit defensively here, are the T side. They need to be a little bit careful. Bomb is planted in an okay position for them, but there's a smoke up now, and this could get dangerous. Smoke defuse! Oh no! They're going to remove everyone from the round, but it's a defuse for MABOY. That's 2 rounds in a row they won't want to look back on. Suddenly, it's all getting very close. A defuse in the smoke. Benji got all the kills. But it doesn't matter. Might matter against the economy long term. Because their buy here isn't perfect. But they still got the AWP and 3 M4s. They'd much rather win the round, that's for certain. Big pick for Benji. Can they put these final 2 rounds behind them? Can they mentally reset? Good trades. The MP9 of Pink Grills had a rough game so far. Any impact here would be very welcome. But Icon hits a banger. That is a huge headshot. That incendiary is not actually terribly placed, but when you swing wide and get owned by that, there's not much you can do. Greggy realises that falling back and saving is the best choice. EVOLUPE will be thinking to themselves, this game should be done by now. But it's only 11-9.
Terrorists win.
Molotov. Greggy's pushed up top mid, and it's a good play to make, especially when you've got the M4 and you want to make a difference in a round like this. But Van Streek is just too ready for it. It's very well played. Good clear. Icon will get the entry as well. The 5-7 though can do serious damage. Going to be wary of that. But the MP9's been found out now. Bookie. It's drinking slow. You've got to be careful here. Oh, that's a bit of a switch around, but Bookie reacts well. What an actually insane spin that was. The MP9 might get the trade, but Benji from ramp is reliable. And that will get EVOLUPE SYNTH to 12. Greggy, hello? Greggy! Greggy! Not like this. That was just unfortunate timing in the smoke, but it doesn't matter. I think this round probably would have gone the other way anyway. It's a great game from EVOLUPE SYNTH, and I think the main bit of praise I have for them, let's just see if they close this out first. Lots of noise is being made. Good catch by Yorvo. I think the main thing I can praise them for here is just good ideas, good setups, good just basic Counter-Strike that should work well and does work well at this level, is the mental reset after losing those 2 tough rounds. The defusing the smoke and the one where they died to the WNTK ace. Pink Grills could still have something to say. Is Benji going to look round in time? MP9 picked up. Here's 1, needs 2, gets 2, and a chance to win a 1v1 to stay alive. Doesn't seem to have any idea where Bookie is playing from, though. Whiffing line slightly. Oh, no, not like this. He had the game in front of him on a plate. But Bookie couldn't close. And Pink Grills, who I said had a tough game, doesn't matter if you can react like that at the end. Save the map for your team. He'll do exactly that. 3 kills on that big flank. And my eulogy for my boy should maybe not be read out just yet. Can EVOLUPE SYNTH rebound again? Because this time, the money's rough. We've actually got a chance here to get to round 24. P8's done well, he's found 2. Tech9 will run down Greggy as well, but there shouldn't be much of a risk, you would think. There isn't the utility able to go for a peek either! Will it matter? Will it matter? Jovo's picked up the AWP. Doesn't matter that he's low HP now. Go for a swing while you've got the chance. The smoke could make it awkward for him. Flash will be dodged. Has to judge 1 bullet in the smoke. Tech9 drawn. Doesn't go for the shot. No, Jorvo. Actually manages to keep the AWP into the final round, which is fair enough. But look at those defuses. 3 in the second half. After everything that's gone down for this EVOLUPE SYNTH side, can they get it over the line here and now? Oh, bit of nerves and connector. Teammates shooting at each other. Bit of chip damage to P8. Worried about getting caught in smokes again. One thing that happened very good with though EVOLUPE SYNTH are these opening kills. Had another one on the back of Benji there. I mean, look at the KDs on MABOY compared to EVOLUPE SYNTH. They're all positive. Every single player on the T side has a positive KD. But for MABOY, Everyone is negative. It would be undeserved, it feels, in a way, if EVOLUPE SYNTH didn't get this one over the line. But they've trolled some of those important rounds. They've got the opening pick here. 5v4, lead off Veil towards short. That could give them a path up. But he could just maybe peek behind it if he wants to. Greg Eagle managed to find one, but there's the catch. Jorvo's taking him out, and another chance at winning this game for EVOLUPE SYNTH. Van Streak is down to 1 HP, but this time it's a 2v4 for MABOY. Looking to fight in the open. Shot will be missed. Just about gets behind Tetris. They're playing this one very defensively, EVOLUPE SYNTH, and that could come back to bite them. They're not playing on the front foot. They're letting the CTs try and get into position. That could allow another smoke defuse, but not this time. They peak in time for any chance of taking it. I think there was no chance at all there in the end. And that was a great recovery.